How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how plenty of new gen animes are coming to an end and how it is the perfect time for you to hop into manga, manhwas, manhwas, and web novels, as well as how the anime industry needs to take advantage of this pretty rare point in time and make a genuine change for the better. Spoiler alert, they are actually kind of starting to do it already, so stay tuned to hear about the amazing reads that are getting turned into animes very soon. Real quick, before we get into things, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2024, and it would mean the world to me if you dropped a sub if you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos. Thank you. Enjoy. So everyone's been asking me why a person that is so involved with anime and watches so much anime never seems to make videos about anime. Well, actually, no one's asked me that, but I know you were thinking about it. It is so difficult to go from peak storytelling with the things I read to quite average MCs. I'm talking generic MCs that we see all too much of, that either lack intelligence, get a nosebleed when they see a girl, or have what can only be described as the typical hero's outlook on life, where no one can truly do evil, and if the villain ends up committing acts of evil, they can change their ways and yada yada, stuff like that. Basically, MCs that refrain from killing or seeing the worst in people when it is abundantly clear that this character is never going to be reformed and he is going to keep coming back over and over and over and over again, dragging the story out. It is an all too repeated trope in anime that I cannot stand. Now, I'm not fully hating on this type of content because I do consume a lot of it, but it pains me to recommend or even talk about such mid things with all of you. And for some reason, all of these mangas with the same copy-pasted MC keep getting animes. It is killing me inside. Like, I get it, the content I consume tends to be more Korean or Chinese, and since anime is Japanese, it is more likely for manga to get adapted rather than manhwas and manhwas. But there is genuinely great manga out there that has either got completely and utterly shafted with their anime adaptations, hint hint, Berserk and Tokyo Ghoul, or they just haven't gotten an anime at all, you know, like Reincarnation Coliseum. Kidding. But it is so infuriating seeing this happen season in and season out. Like, you know, when you turn on Crunchyroll and you see, oh, there's new animes coming out. It's the same exact thing that came out last season. It's just like a different font. It's so sick. Oh my God, I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. Not that it doesn't happen in manhwa and manhwa, because it does happen quite a lot with transmigration, but a lot of times those are a whole lot more interesting than these ones. But with a lot of new gen manga like Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, and stuff like that, the gap that is needed to be filled is a massive one because they have been basically leading the anime industry for about 10 years now. And the only way for the anime studios to fill this gap is to please, for the love of God, listen to the people. So to give it to you straight, on average for the year of 2024, the age of anime viewers falls between 18 to 30 years old. Therefore, adults. With this in mind, a majority of viewers have had some sort of life experience, meaning that we understand this world is not all sunshine and rainbows. People live, people die, people do acts of evil, people have many different sides to themselves, and overall, humanity is just about irredeemable. So instead of the need for more animes that have MCs that view the world through rose-tinted glasses, we need to start having more animes that have main characters who are genuine realists. Or at the very least, main characters that have proper character development. Like, please? Like, just as long as it doesn't feel totally forced. Like, I'm sick of the whole, oh yeah, this guy in the first episode is actually the strongest in the world. Because from birth, his dad was a demon and his mom was an angel, but he had no idea of these powers inside of him because he's an orphan, but he has the ability to cancel out all types of magic. So all of the strongest people in the town, in the school or whatever, just want to fight him. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of that stuff. Oh my God. I don't know. I could just be very picky. Like, that's definitely not something crazy. I might be just super picky. But looking at the massive list of top tier manga, manhwa, manhwas, and web novels, there is a lot of great things to pick from. You have so many better options than what we are getting day in and day out. It is so infuriating. Like, there are so many better options than the things that are just getting continuously regurgitated nowadays. Like, I'm getting convinced that some of the people that are producing these animes have never read the manga before. They're just like, oh yeah, this one right here. The title is 4 sentences long. I mean, God, I was really looking to adapt a manga that had a title that was 5 sentences long, but I guess this will do. But now, rather recently, the gods above have started answering my prayers, and one anime has marked the beginning of this change. Solo Leveling. Surprise, surprise. This is the first manhwa that has not only got a true adaptation. I say true because look at Tower of God. Its adaptation was a bit of a mess, to say the least, and now they're adapting season 2. But it's kind of looking like they didn't put too much love into adapting it. Like, I've seen a lot of complaints so far about the animation itself, and it's pretty upsetting because it's a great story. But Solo Leveling produced an adaptation that was genuinely loved by the public. I mean, I have never seen a case where the public was so on point with the criticism and it wasn't just like ridiculous nonsense that everybody was complaining about. Like, everybody was on top of things with the manhwa adaptation for Solo Leveling, to the point where if they mixed up one little thing, you would not hear the end of it. I mean, it seemed like there would almost be riots in the streets if things got too out of hand. Though yes, this shows us that people can be quite nitpicky, but it reminds us that people still have a genuine passion for good literature. We as a whole want to see the potential of these stories that we read about get adapted into proper, great animes. And lately, this receptiveness seems to have almost opened the eyes of these anime studios. Just because anime is based in Japan does not mean that it cannot properly adapt manhwas and manhwas, leading them to announce the animes for some absolutely top tier manhwas. And up first, we have probably the biggest one, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. If you have no idea what ORV or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is, to put it bluntly, it has just about the same amount of hype as Solo Leveling does. Like, it is at the peak of all manhwa. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint follows the story of Kim Dokja, an average office worker whose sole interest was reading his favorite web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. But when the novel suddenly becomes reality, he is the only person who knows how the world will end. Armed with this realization, Dokja uses his understanding to change the course of history and the world as he knows it. This manhwa is an absolute banger, and I honestly recommend you giving the manhwa a read before the anime comes out. Up next, we've got a manhwa that is not only wrote by the same people that wrote Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, but it also takes place in the same verse. The World After the Fall. And it is pretty dark. like really dark. Basically, a tower invades Earth. When this happens, a system pops up in front of the Earthlings, allowing them to scale the tower and become tower walkers. And tower walkers are adventurers with special powers to fight monsters. And all in all, they're stuck in this tower, looking out into the world around them as the monsters are exiting the tower and murking off civilization, to put it bluntly. And the people that accepted this invitation into the tower are not able to leave the tower. So, in order to save their loved ones, they have no choice but to climb the tower. On the brink of death, they can choose to use a regression stone to return to the past for a second chance, though this decision places them in a separate timeline forever. However, stubborn tower walker Jaewon rejects this choice, choosing to fight for the original timeline and learning shocking secrets along the way. Like, really, really shocking secrets that changes everything. This manhwa is absolute gold and has some of the best art styles you will ever see throughout manga, manhwa, and manhwas. So it will be very interesting to see if the anime replicates this art style or if it falls short, because seeing some of this stuff animated, I honestly can't even imagine how beautiful it will be. And last but not least, though there are many more, I'm going to keep it at 3 for this video. We are getting a revolutionary donghua, which, if you are not aware already, is a Chinese word for animation that refers to the animated works from China and Taiwan. One of the biggest web novels, or arguably the biggest, Lord of the Mysteries, is getting animated, and it is scheduled to release in the summer of 2025. Oh, if only Reverend Insanity would get animated. But if you are unaware of what Lord of the Mysteries is about, feel free to check out my recent video. It should be popped up in the corner there. Give that a little watch after this one. But I'll give you a small description anyways. Real quick, Lord of the Mysteries, or LOTM, is a Chinese web novel set in a steampunk world filled with mysticism, secret societies, and supernatural powers. The story follows Klein Moretti, a man who, after a mysterious death, awakens in an alternate world and becomes entangled in a dangerous journey involving ancient deities and powerful artifacts. As he climbs the ranks of a mystical path system, Klein uncovers the secrets of the world while navigating complex conspiracies and moral dilemmas. I promise you, this donghua is going to be one for the history books. As long as they do it right, it is going to be insane. The world of anime is changing, and I am here for the ride. It is time for us to take a step past this regurgitated nonsense that we have been putting up with for way too long. So hopefully I will have you all along with me for the journey as we witness these great animes to come. I'm so inconsistent lately, I do have to apologize. I have been so stressed with self-help, my birthday, work, college, and my injury mixed with laziness for so long that it is nothing short of a scam for me to tell you all about the Patreon that I made, so we'll hold off on that for now until I get more consistent. So from here on out, I'm going to at least try to post every Thursday and hopefully a bit more, so stay tuned for that. And make sure to join the Discord to become a part of the sect and get notified when I post. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button, like button, leave a comment, and stuff like that. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, sunrise, sunset, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have a great one because you deserve it. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.